Okay, thanks for tuning in, everyone. We're back again with another one here. We've got the new Makerfire Micro FPV, courtesy of Gearbest.com. I'll have a link in the description down below where you can pick this up. So let's go ahead and get into this. So the indoor micro FPV craze is going on right now, obviously. I'm sure you guys have seen it. This is another micro indoor FPV. This is going to be kind of that clone that we've all been seeing from JJRC, from the Furry Bee that I just reviewed. This little guy right here, we've got that you know, hoop design, propeller guards, which is really awesome for indoor flying and why it's been such a popular platform for FPV flying and for indoor flying in general as well. With these little guys here, you can bounce them off the walls, you can hit the ceilings, and they're going to keep flying because the propellers are not going to get touched. So this is a newer one from Makerfire, a really awesome little FPV flyer. I'm having a lot of fun flying this indoors with winter here. This is probably one of the funnest little indoor FPV flyers that you can get a hold of right now. I've been flying quite a few different FPV indoor flyers, and this one's a really nice bind and fly package ready to go. So if you don't want to build one, you want to jump right into it, this is a nice one from Makerfire ready to go. So just showing you a couple things here. It does come in a really nice sturdy box. There's two colors that I've seen that were available, red and green. They have been really popular on Gearbest and selling very quickly. I've been kind of watching them, and they looks like they might run out soon. So hopefully they'll have some more if they do. And reading the description on Gearbest and seeing some other videos, I'm kind of getting mixed things about this quadcopter and what it comes with. So mine did come with a USB charger for the LiPo, although the listing doesn't show that it will, so I'm not sure that you guys will get this or not. That is that micro adapter, that same adapter that Blade uses for their Inductrix, so it's going to use the same type of batteries. I'm sure these are pretty dirt cheap to get if it doesn't, but mine did come with a USB charger. Comes with this really nice little box as well, so you can hold all of your LiPos right here on the side, which is nice. You can hold up to 6 batteries, which it does come with one, and then it just got this little Makerfire service card. Really interesting. Check out their website too, Makerfire.com. They have a lot of really nice instructions for this on their website, which isn't very common for these little quadcopters like this. A lot of them are pretty much just on forums, and they've got something on their website with some information, so I thought that was pretty cool. Thumbs up on that. So just taking a look at the body itself, there's plenty of reviews out there that kind of go into really fine detail, so I'm not going to go really fine detail with this one. We're going to jump into flying, but just kind of showing you what you get. You do have a 200 milliamp 3.7 volt LiPo that's branded Craze Pony. That's a 35C discharge according to the sticker anyways. That slides right in there. You can see they use the same cradle as the JJRC version of this frame, except they've got the little foam inserts to hold the batteries, which is nice. You do have your micro USB port right here. This is an F3 flight controller, so you can hook it right up to Clean Flight, get in, bind it to your transmitter, change all of your settings, PIDs, things like that. But I think this thing flies really nicely out of the box. So for those guys, you've you know, flying with spektrum, I've got the DX6E here. It hooks right up very easily. If you got the DX6, I'd imagine pretty much every other spektrum radio you shouldn't have any problems binding up to this. Speaking of the binding, that's probably the hardest thing about this. There's actually a little button here on the forward portion of the quadcopter on the inside. I don't know if you can see that there, but it's all the way in there. You're actually going to push that while powering the quad and then binding it to your transmitter. So it is a little tricky. I do recommend, if you have somebody that will help you, to do so. One thing that I did notice with some crashing on this, so you can see that just fell out. The FPV camera does fall out of this little casing, so that was probably the only big negative for me, is that kept falling out during a crash. So I do recommend, you want to put a little bit of hot glue or some super glue down in there, you know, if you want to try to keep that, or maybe some double-sided sticky tape or something just to keep that a little bit more secure in the event that you crash, so that that's not popping out on you. You do have your channel selections right here on top of the camera as well, and everything is very well put together. It's got a very sturdy frame to it. It feels like a nice build quality, and it it performs like it. I've done quite a bit of crashing with it, and I haven't broke this, and I really have a hard time seeing anybody breaking it at all. So just putting the calipers real quick around the motors on this guy, just so you can see what we're looking at with the size on the motors. So I can get it here without the wire in the way. So you've got 6mm motors on this one. Plenty of power, I think, for indoor flying. Outdoor is probably going to be a little bit more of a challenge, but plenty for indoor, and I find this thing really fun. Now, of course, you can set up your different flight modes on this as well, with your angle mode where it's self-stabilizing, your horizon mode so that you can do flips, and your full acro as well. So I will fly this in angled mode. It's really awesome way to get into FPV flying indoor without spending a ton of money, getting you everything that you need. Basically, you just gotta bind it, hook it up to Clean Flight, and you're ready to go. So let's go ahead and jump right into the flight of this one. I'll do a little bit of line of sight, and then I'll do some FPV, and I'll show you that recording at the end of this video. And as always, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, let's go ahead and jump right into that. Alright, this is our Makerfire Micro FPV from Gearbest.com. We've got it bound up to our Spektrum radio, so let's go ahead and take it up for a flight. Now I am using a different battery for this line of sight test, and I will use the stock battery for the FPV flight. So this is a little bit smaller LiPo than this factory battery, but this is just so we can get a good idea here of how this thing handles. Very smooth, nice feeling, good power. This is what everybody wants, guys. Indoor FPV flyer. Don't want to spend a ton of money on the Inductrix version of this. Makerfire's got a really awesome configuration here. Ooh, you can hook up to your computer, tune it as you want, hook it up to your Spektrum radio. Nice little flyer. It's got good, and these are all stock settings. I'm flying in angle mode for self-leveling. That's our roll and our pitch. Nice aggressive pitch. You get some good speed with that. Very nice. Show you punch. Obviously these aren't meant for punch, but we'll do a punch test. And again, this is the aftermarket battery, so it's a little bit less weight, but good little punch. Again, not what this is for, but awesome little flyer. One thing I do find is trying to get used to every quadcopter's tuned a little bit differently. It flies a little bit differently. But this has got a pretty good yaw on it. See the yaw? Pretty decent, which of course you can change and tune in Clean Flight if you choose to do so. Good power. Very fun. Let's take it over to the kitchen here. Alright, we're all set up for FPV flight, so let's go ahead and dive right into it. We're bound up to our transmitter. We've got the Makerfire FPV with the Furry Bee VR01. If you guys haven't seen my review already, if you guys are looking for a budget-friendly value FPV goggle, check this out from Gearbest. I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to check out the review on that. This is an awesome way to get into FPV. So I'm going to use these for flying, and let's go ahead and dive right into the FPV.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, by 5, and we live. Impossible's back with 25 licks. To get to the center, it may take 26. So listen as I lick the mic with these words. 27, mathematics, 9 is a third. Not a gun, never needed with the mic sword. Averaging 28, but you never scored. On my D, could it be Marcus changed the shit? Got 29 girls swallowing what I spit. Better make it 30, heard your mama is a fan. Bitch be dirty like politics in our land. So can you understand what I'm saying to you? Got 31 problems, 32, 33 and a third when I'm on the wax. Gonna cost you 34, 35 attacks. Got 36 neighbors like Mr. Roger sang. Bet you thought I was gonna reference Wu-Tang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we live. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we live. 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 4. We give you 5 minutes and we're breaking down your door. In the morning like the cops when it's 6 a.m. In the next 7 seconds I'ma hit you again. And maybe 8 was enough back in the old prime time, but when the Bulls start running we bringing the whole 9. It was 10 years in coming on that low-down track. Turn the volume to 11 and you better get back. Grab the 12-inch wax. Now we're swinging the axe like Friday the 13th, so you never relax. If I give you a notice it'll be 14 days, but now it's 2015 and kid we're making a play. Going 16-0 in the regular season. This is NC-17 and I'll give you a reason. Cause it's grown man talk that needs to be seen. Like a government secret down at hangar 18. Like the 19 angels that are guarding the gates. If you try to get through them, you the hell will await. And there's no guarantee that you'll even survive. And any more that will lie, no surprise, we got your 20 plus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we live. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we live.
Alright, that was our flight of the Makerfire Micro FPV, the tiny whooped, the Blade Inductrix clone FPV flyer. If you guys have a Spektrum radio, you're going to want to pick this thing up. Really awesome little FPV indoor flyer. Thanks again to Gearbest for sending this to us to review. Thanks for sending out the green Flying Life color. Really awesome little quadcopter, guys. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to hit me up in the comments down below. I'll try to answer them if I can. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And we'll see you on the next one. Happy flying life.